At 64, Michael J. Fox stands as one of the most admired figures in entertainment, not only for the characters he portrayed, but for the courage he has shown off screen. In public, he remains warm, quick-witted, and disarmingly honest. Fans still see flashes of the energetic performer who once defined an era of film and television. Yet behind the smiles is a man navigating the long, unpredictable journey of Parkinson's disease. Supported by his wife, Tracy Pollan, their 4 children, and a community that has grown around his advocacy, Fox continues to face daily challenges that most people never see. His story is no longer just about celebrity success. It is about resilience, adaptation, and finding purpose when life shifts in ways no one could anticipate. Early life, learning to adapt. Michael's childhood was defined by movement, both literal and emotional. Born in Canada, he grew up in a military family, with his father serving in the Royal Canadian Corps of Signals. Frequent relocations meant new schools, new classmates, and new expectations every few years. For many children, that instability could have been isolating. For Michael, it became training. He learned to observe quickly, read social dynamics, and use humor as a bridge. Comedy was more than entertainment. It was protection and connection. A well-timed joke could soften unfamiliar territory and create belonging. By the time he reached adolescence, adaptability had become second nature. Those early lessons, resilience, timing, emotional intelligence, would later shape his acting career. Long before cameras and scripts entered his life, he had already mastered the art of adjusting to change. Burnaby and the end of a hockey dream. When his family settled in Burnaby, British Columbia, stability finally felt possible. Like many Canadian boys, Michael dreamed of playing professional hockey. He pursued the sport passionately, imagining a future on the ice. But as he grew older, reality intervened. Standing at just 5 feet 4 inches, he faced the difficult truth that a professional career in hockey was unlikely. The disappointment cut deep. It wasn't simply about losing a sport, it was about redefining his identity. Yet endings often reveal new beginnings. With hockey fading as a possibility, he explored music and eventually acting. Performing awakened something powerful, a different kind of competitive drive, fueled by creativity rather than physical dominance. The discipline he had applied to sports now shifted toward auditions and rehearsals. What felt like a personal setback quietly redirected him toward a destiny far greater than he imagined. The breakthrough, family ties. Fox's early acting work included modest roles in projects like Midnight Madness and Class of 1984, but true recognition arrived with Family Ties. Cast as Alex P. Keaton, he was initially part of an ensemble centered on the parents. Yet audiences quickly gravitated toward his sharp timing and charismatic presence. Alex, the young conservative navigating life in a liberal household, became the show's emotional and comedic anchor. Network executives had once questioned his marketability, but viewers disagreed emphatically. His performance earned critical acclaim and multiple awards, transforming him into one of television's brightest young stars. What distinguished Fox was not just talent, but relatability. He brought humanity to humor, balancing confidence with vulnerability. Through Alex Keaton, he entered millions of homes each week, forging a bond with viewers that would endure long after the show concluded. The diagnosis at 29. At just 29 years old, Fox noticed a tremor in his finger. Initially, he dismissed it as stress or fatigue. But as symptoms progressed, medical evaluations delivered devastating news. He had young-onset Parkinson's disease. The diagnosis felt surreal. Parkinson's was commonly associated with older adults, not someone in his 20s at the height of Hollywood success. Telling Tracy was heartbreaking. Together, they faced fear, uncertainty, and the unknown future of a degenerative illness. For years, he kept the diagnosis private, continuing to act while silently managing symptoms. Each public appearance required calculation, timing medication, hiding tremors, masking stiffness. The secrecy weighed heavily, creating emotional isolation even amid fame. Behind the confident smile was a man grappling with grief for the life he thought he would have, and anxiety about what the disease might eventually take. Struggle and sobriety. The psychological toll of Parkinson's led Fox into a period of denial and self-medication. Alcohol became a temporary escape from fear. Drinking dulled the anxiety, but threatened his relationships and sense of self. The turning point arrived in 1992 when Tracy confronted him gently but firmly. Her question, whether this was the man he wanted to be, pierced through excuses. In that quiet moment, he recognized that Parkinson's was not his only battle. He chose sobriety, entering therapy, and confronting the emotional weight he had suppressed. Quitting alcohol marked a profound shift. Instead of running from his diagnosis, he began facing it directly. Recovery restored clarity and strengthened his family bond. It also prepared him for the next courageous step, telling the world the truth about his condition and transforming private struggle into public purpose. Going public and building a foundation. In 1998, Fox revealed his diagnosis publicly, shocking fans and colleagues alike. The secrecy had become too heavy to carry. By sharing his story, he reclaimed control and invited understanding. Soon after, he established the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research. The organization focused intensely on funding scientific research aimed at better treatments and, ultimately, a cure. Unlike symbolic celebrity charities, this foundation became a powerhouse in medical research, channeling hundreds of millions of dollars into innovative studies. Advocacy gave Fox renewed purpose. Rather than viewing Parkinson's solely as a personal tragedy, he reframed it as a catalyst for action. Public speaking, fundraising, and collaboration with scientists transformed his platform. The illness that once threatened to silence him instead amplified his voice in the global medical community. Living with Parkinson's, daily realities. Parkinson's affects far more than movement. It alters speech, balance, memory, and energy levels. Fox has spoken candidly about the delicate timing of medication, how one missed dose can shift him from mobility to near immobility. In 1998, he underwent brain surgery to help control tremors, gaining partial relief. Yet the disease has continued to progress. Falls have led to injuries, and memorizing scripts has grown increasingly difficult. Tasks once effortless now require planning and patience. Despite these obstacles, he approaches each day with determination. Humor remains a coping mechanism, but it is paired with realism. He acknowledges frustration and grief while refusing to surrender hope. His openness has educated millions about the complexities of Parkinson's, revealing that resilience is not the absence of hardship, but the decision to engage with life fully despite it. Retirement, return, and courage. Fox stepped away from his starring role on Spin City in 2000, recognizing that his health needed priority. Yet creativity never left him. He later appeared in series like The Good Wife, incorporating his symptoms into nuanced performances. In 2013, he launched The Michael J. Fox Show, inspired by his own experiences. Though short-lived, the show symbolized bold honesty. He demonstrated that disability need not erase artistic contribution. Visibility, however, came with criticism. In 2006, commentator Rush Limbaugh accused him of exaggerating symptoms in a political advertisement supporting stem cell research. Fox responded calmly, clarifying medical realities. The episode underscored the vulnerability of living publicly with illness, but also highlighted his steadfast composure and integrity. Purpose, family, and legacy. Now in his 60s, Michael J. Fox measures success differently. Fame once revolved around ratings and box office numbers. Today, it centers on impact and connection. His family's visible presence reflects not crisis, but closeness strengthened by shared adversity. Parkinson's continues to challenge him physically, yet it has deepened his empathy and sharpened his sense of meaning. Through advocacy, writing, and public appearances, he remains a symbol of perseverance. His legacy extends beyond Marty McFly or Alex P. Keaton. It lives in research laboratories seeking breakthroughs, in patients who feel less alone, and in families learning to adapt together. Fox's life reminds us that resilience is not about denying pain, it is about transforming it. In facing uncertainty with humor and honesty, he has redefined what it means to live fully when life keeps changing.